it's Final Friday.
That's right, Final Friday. Hot Boy, Shane, Gabe. We're here.
Yeah.
Speaking of tan,
Sort of the Gabe. Shane is
I know
very
we've
Hungarian.
spoken on this before. My dick's real tan. Do you guys have tan dicks?
All dicks aren't all dicks tanner than the rest of your
Yeah.
skin. I think that's like a scientific fact.
It's like a peach color.
Yeah.
Mine's bordering on black.
Inside?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Ooh, okay.
It's got that tire iron.
Yeah. I know a guy who might want to watch.
Oh my God.
Call him the voyeur.
The voyeur. That's right, because we are finishing up the Playing with Dolls series.
Yes, Cry Havoc. I don't know if it will be the last in the series, but as of right now, it is. So
Yep.
that's
Why is
where
this
we are
movie
ending.
called Cry Havoc?
Doesn't he actually say that sentence in the movie?
Well, Cry Havoc, isn't that like a phrase?
Well, Havoc is the name of the killer.
Yeah, but why is
I've
it
heard
Cry Havoc?
Because when he sees tits, he cries.
It's a
That's a good point.
It's a poem.
It is, okay. See?
Yeah, no, because I've heard the term Cry Havoc before.
Oh.
Yeah. Cry Havoc means to cause pandemonium.
Yeah, you uncultured swine.
It's true. I should read more.
Yeah, do you ever read?
Cry
I don't
Havoc.
think I've ever read an actual book.
Oh, it's William Shakespeare. Cry Havoc and let loose the dogs of war.
I take that back. I used to read.
He says that exact sentence in the movie, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What sentence?
Cry havoc and let loose the dogs of
the
war.
voyeur says it.
The voyeur says it. I think it's
Oh.
like one of the last things he says to the reporter, who is the stupidest character in movie history. I'm
You
going
loved
on
her,
record.
though. I
Is it
loved
because
her.
she didn't leave when she had an opportunity to?
Yes, it's also because she knowingly went in by herself to interview a known serial killer, snuff filmmaker, and didn't think she was going to be part of the snuff
Is
film.
he a serial killer though?
Well, he's not, but
And how-
Havoc is.
I feel like in the voyeur makes it painfully obvious that she came there with nobody else, knowing that she doesn't have family or anybody that
Yeah.
like, she is beholden to or that could vouch that she's there.
This is another girl or character that just wants to be a star and they'll do anything.
Yeah.
Anything
She
for
literally,
fame.
I think it made it painfully obvious that like, you're doing what literally every other girl
Yes.
that's come here has done.
Because he alludes. He's like, these girls have no. We pick girls with no husbands, no family, no fathers that'll come. How's your father? She's like, I don't talk about that. And he's like, that's why you're here, bitch.
Man, does Havoc love tits?
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of like scared of them.
He's scared of tits.
But like he always has the girls' shirts off.
Yes, but he's also scared of them.
I feel like he doesn't know what titties are and he's trying to learn about them.
Maybe he thinks they're
Being
toys.
scared.
They're toys to him.
It's like one of those awful like BuzzFeed videos. Like guy tries fruit for the first time, and you're like, "This is obviously a work." But then you watch the video, and the guy's like, "Wow, this mango doesn't have yolk." And you're like, "Wow, this guy really doesn't know what fruit is."
This movie does. It does deeply explore his past.
I'm sorry. They're so absurd. No, this movie does a good job of the backstory. I agree with you, Bri. It's like fucking the mango.
It's
joke.
kind of nonsensical, but like I do like the setup of this movie. As you know, she does go there for the interview with the voyeur, and it's a big deal, and it's very like she doesn't know where she's going. She's basically just driven up there by someone.
She's blindfolded?
An associate of his, this lady.
Yeah.
And
Bro.
essentially, she can't bring a cell phone. She can't bring anything. She doesn't want to go there because that she really is vulnerable.
Yeah.
In every single fucking movie, there's some old lady with the same goddamn haircut who's like running this organization.
Who is completely different than the last
It's
old
a
lady.
different lady. Same haircut though. Same age. So I hated her right off the bat.
Oh my god. This movie is the definition of like that. You know that meme, the football meme? It's like,
No.
man, they really had us in the first half. Where
Yeah.
This movie, I thought was going to be a banger.
Yeah,
Is
me
that,
too.
An Atlanta Falcons meme?
No, it's just like
I
I'll show you later.
really like the setup of this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like it does go downhill.
It does. I mean, it's saved a little by Robert Bronzi, who
Yeah.
is my favorite actor of all time now.
That's fair.
Okay, I need to know, is that his actual voice?
I-
Or
yeah.
was that a dub?
I
Does
thought
anyone
I
know?
thought it was a dub. I could be wrong. I thought it was a dub. I thought the actual voice was an Asian man in a dojo.
You see, he says the same line so many times, it starts sounding fake. He's like,
Have you
"Where's-
seen it?
Have you seen this girl?"
Is that a Hungarian accent? Because he's
I don't
Hungarian.
know.
He's the Hungarian Charles Bronson.
You know what it is? It's just like, I guess, you ever like hear someone's voice, like Bobby Lashley, and you don't picture their voice coming out of their face and body?
Oh, right, because he's like such a hulking beefcake.
Yes.
But he sounds like a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
For some reason, this voice, I don't picture it coming out of this man. And I think that's why I feel like he's dubbed when maybe he isn't, but
I think he's dubbed.
It is hilarious, though, when he sees women being crucified, and his first instinct is to put a picture in their face saying, have you seen this girl?
Have you seen this girl? That's the opening. She's literally just escapes getting fucking mauled by Havoc.
Yeah.
Her tits are out.
There is about 4 to 5 pairs of tits seen in this movie. Good tits in this movie.
You loved it.
I do.
Yeah, but that's his thing. It's always been his thing.
Yeah. But I love when he, like, the first time he unshirts people, he always goes,
It's like a blinding light.
Yeah.
They bring back the girl that was in the last movie in this movie. She's just hanging out over there.
that was her,
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure that was her. The blonde that she's just there.
From the second one.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know because they just cut the movie.
Yeah.
Yo.
The girl that gets her toe cut
yes.
off.
The terrible actress.
Yeah, oh my God, yes.
Yeah, that was her, I think.
She still has one of my favorite scenes in the whole set of 4.
The very first one.
Where she starts dancing to that like rock and roll
yeah.
music that
yeah.
just doesn't fit her character or being in this movie, and she's like,
I love the beginning of the second movie too, where she goes into that
the bar,
white trashy bar, and that guy just like literally take off all your clothes or else you're not working here.
Yeah. She's like, you didn't say full nudity, and he's like, that was a typo.
Now let me
Wait,
see
that wasn't
them.
even a strip club though.
Yeah, let me see your dick. Let me dude, give us one.
No.
This guy, no fun.
Where?
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. You know who would do it?
Who?
Probably like someone like Benanti.
Benanti would do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott would probably even do it.
Yeah.
And that kid's a fucking loon.
He's
I've ever seen one.
He's a goon. We could give him a call. You know, see, he could always be replaced, right?
Yeah. Listen, but
It's not just doing a
yeah. NASCAR. good stuff.
Listen, this is a night at the museum, and this exhibit is shut down for now.
Night at the museum. Things come alive, Shane,
Yes.
like mammoths.
Yes.
Yeah, it's shut down. I'm not playing. I'm not.
What are
doing
you
what you
doing if
guys
you're in a
say.
museum and the
No.
exhibit is people with metal faces, but then Havoc comes alive?
What
you
would
s-
I do?
Yeah.
Probably flash him.
Oh my
So
God,
he
that's fair.
buys you some time so you can
Right.
realize like, no.
Yeah.
it's-
So the kills in this movie are also extremely brutal. Like he just loves ripping out intestines.
This
loves that
guy,
shit.
this guy has 2 fetishes: being scared of tits and ripping out intestines.
I think he rips out the girl's intestines from the second movie, right?
Yeah.
He absolutely gets in there, digs his hands in there, and pulls them out. Yeah, his kills are brutal. This movie's got like 3 things going on. So it's got like the interview between the voyeur and the girl, and the voyeur
Ellen.
explaining, Ellen, the reporter, explaining like how basically she's going to be dead at some point.
Yes.
She'll never escape this compound alive,
Yeah.
and she doesn't really pick up on it. And he tells her about the backstory of Havoc, which is basically like he found this person in a jail.
Yeah.
And just seen him pacing back and forth, and he's like, I love this man, so I need to obviously adopt him.
Yes. I also love he kind of makes the reference to his black eyes.
Yeah.
And it made me think of Jaws, where he's like, he's got black eyes, the devil's eyes, shark in the water,
Quint?
people in the water, you don't come out of the water. Yeah, exactly.
Incredible.
So you're saying you like the interview
I
portion of this
love
movie?
the interview. I thought they were setting it up so well. I'm like, this is going to be
A heater.
the best Playing with Dolls movie.
Heat.
And then I still think that the last one was better. I think, for me at least, I thought the third one was better.
I
See,
agree.
I think this was my favorite strictly for Robert.
Well,
because
That's the other part of the
He
movie.
added a lot to the movie.
Yeah.
So like that's the other part of this movie. So at the same time, this guy's looking for his daughter that
Yeah.
you've seen as the cold open.
Yes,
Who's
yeah.
not dead. Like you really don't know she's dead. She kind of like escapes.
Well, she
him.
gets away.
Yeah, and then so he's like looking around. Obviously the perimeter, there's a bunch of guys set up. You know the drill.
The worst job of all time.
It is because they die.
They
Their
all
life
die.
expectancy is
Every
horrible.
movie, why do people keep applying for this job? The mortality rate is higher than any job.
It's what I love about it. Havoc's not even on their side.
He's on his own side.
He kills everybody.
Oh, he kills them too. Yeah.
I love when he fucking jaws people, just half jaws people.
Oh.
Yeah, the half jaws. I do like how they call him the asset.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Cool. He's got this thing where he likes to rip tendons out.
So
Like he
good
likes
at
to
it too.
and intestines.
Yeah.
Like,
They
he
did a
likes to
fucking
pull.
flashback of what was the guy we liked in the last one? Was his name Bob, the mechanic
The
guy?
mechanic, yeah.
They showed a flashback of his fucking like leg ligaments
That
getting
is
pulled out,
brutal.
and then Havoc takes a chainsaw to his dick.
Yeah.
Like absolutely murders the nicest guy in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very upset
Yeah,
about that.
Havoc he likes to rip and tear.
It's all about the ripping and the tearing.
You think he would have ripped a tit off?
I feel like he's got to have out of one of the four.
Yeah, so there's got to be
Definitely
one
a tit rip,
right?
yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if like Metalface like took one of the tits and like put it in his mouth and just ate it?
Honestly, he'd probably be afraid, right? Like, it's weird. He's not afraid.
His body just rejects it.
He vomits.
He gets like diarrhea.
I wish they would have said why he was in that prison.
Probably for murdering women.
Imagine it was something so like fucking
Tax evasion.
surface level.
They got him for tax evasion, so he turned into a serial killer.
We probably are not done. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Nah, there's gonna be more.
Because
but
I think the last one was like in 2017 or 2018. So there was a 2-year gap between like that movie and this movie, 2 to 3 years. So I mean, there might be another one.
I mean, if there is, we'll watch it.
100%.
But
So Robert, he's storming the compound with his little pistol, and he kind of like skirt tails across the compound looking for his daughter. He's getting shot actively by the people, preserving the asset in the compound, and they're like unloading clips on him, and he's like doing these like little like pew pew and like taking them all out
yeah,
while making himself extremely vulnerable in this forest.
He's being hunted by a bunch of guys with like fucking SMGs, and he takes them all out with
Yeah.
a pistol.
yeah. Well, he does this the whole time. He gets this
Yeah.
aim going. He does that move where he kind of slowly brings both hands together,
fucking
like multiple
sniper.
times. He is a sniper.
He's an
How much
American
ammo does he
sniper.
have? How much can that fucking leather jacket hold? Is my question.
Dude, because he has a 6-shooter, and he keeps going into his pocket, but it's like his pocket is never ending. It's like that bag in
He's
Harry
got a
Potter where you just keep
lot
reaching
of
in and pulling
pockets,
stuff
though.
out.
You
It's
saw the
absurd.
jacket. There's a lot of pockets on
There
that
is.
thing.
There is.
Yeah, and then, so there's that going on as well, and then after this whole like little thing here, then you have the whole like Ellen kind of felt like maybe not the main character, but like her kind of escaping was like another storyline.
I thought she was the main character because she was in it more than
Bronzi,
yeah. And I thought the point was that Bronzi was trying to save his daughter, but he was going to find her and
Yeah.
help her escape.
And like take her on as a new daughter.
yeah, that's kind of like
Not-
what I thought. They didn't go that route
Yeah,
though.
not take her on as a new daughter, but just like be the hero for her because he couldn't be there for his daughter. Instead, he hides her in an abandoned car and leaves her to get murdered.
How did Havoc fucking know that? Wasn't she completely like
Oh, smell.
Sick twist. This movie.
he's a
could've-
dog?
Even better. That's
Oh.
not bad though.
Okay.
Robert Bronzi kills
Oh.
Havoc.
Okay.
Becomes the next metal face. Because when you kill Havoc, you actually become the next one.
That would be an interesting twist. It's like a spirit.
And then
almost.
kills his daughter and Ellen.
Yo, I like that.
I
That
would
was
sign up for that.
Super cool.
Because I just want more Robert Bronzi in this movie.
So you realize that Havoc could have died several times down this path
And
since
it's
he's been
just
in
a
that jail.
different.
That's why the movie keeps cutting when the guy fights Havoc.
Because Havoc dies.
And they just instantly become Havoc, and they don't want to show you that. They want the mystery to keep going.
Yeah.
You think, but like you take on the body because it's the same body. Like that dude's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, no, your soul. Like, he's like Shang Tsung.
Nice. Your soul is mine.
Exactly. This all makes sense
Can
now.
we review Mortal Kombat 2?
Was that Annihilation?
Yeah.
Mortal
There's no way that movie has a high budget.
Okay, so the issue with this is me and Brian kind of have a rule. We don't go backwards. We normally start with the first and go to the second. And the first one's got a budget.
Yeah, Johnny Cage.
We only go backwards on Steven Seagal movies, apparently.
Yeah, and
When it comes to there's
Quake
no rules.
movies.
And Quake movies. We do those in reverse because we didn't know there was a first one.
What if this movie's called Cry Havoc because it is the last in the series and you cry because it's over.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this was one of my favorite ones of the series. So
Rank them now. Go. For me, it's super easy.
1, 3, 2.
Yeah.
3, 4, 1, 2.
Yeah, I'm same as you. 3, 4, 1, 2.
And 2's like way down.
Yeah, 2 is significantly
2
worse
is-
than the
2
first
is
one
bad.
too. Yeah. 2 is definitely the roughest one.
So you want to talk about how, like, once Robert Bronzi leaves her in the car, Havoc just finds her in the car?
He finds her right away.
And I thought the chase scene was going to lead to her finding Robert Bronzi again or, like, something and, like, being safe. And she gets murdered.
Fucked.
And I thought maybe when she got to the water, she would just swim to the other side because there's no proven data that Havoc knows how to swim.
Yeah.
But she hasn't even attempted. She just, like, stands in the water knee high and accepts her fate.
I would have wrote it one of 2 ways.
Okay, let's hear
She
it.
gets in the water. Havoc, despite being like an excellent killer, is afraid of water.
So he's Jason.
Yeah. Or he gets in the water with her and then she baptizes him. And then Havoc cries.
Okay.
Cry Havoc.
Okay.
Okay. So you just want the title to make sense, that
Yeah.
not to Shakespeare.
I like it.
Okay.
Is that new?
I don't know. I just clicked the button.
Super
I didn't know
cool.
we had that sound.
Yeah, because he usually goes to like the fucking moo over and over.
I like that one.
Like he played it last week when I was saying something. I was super offended by it. Felt like he was calling me a cow.
Fair.
So, Brian, why don't we talk about your favorite scenes? The interview portion. Now that we've already killed Ellen, let's go back and talk about the voyeur.
I think it's important because
Yeah, it is.
there's a lot here because you're kind of seeing why he does it.
Yeah.
You know, the motives. And the motives for him is pretty much like this is the most purest form of humanity, like he described it. Basically, he described it as like someone experiencing the end of their life when they're like there's this idea that everybody sees a white light
Mhm.
and that they're going to go to the white light and like go to heaven, when he said that like the reality is that's not the case. It's just like they're watching themselves like the end of everything
Yeah.
and see the suffering, and it's very a humane response for him to watch and
Yeah.
witness.
Brad, did you feel like it was like a Russ Cole monologue he was
Yeah, a
giving
little
at
bit.
some point?
Yeah, so what I really felt like, and I don't know if you've ever watched the work of Jordan, I feel like it was Jordan Peterson her the whole time. She's like, give me a straight answer, and he literally gave her like these elaborate anecdotal responses.
That aren't like
They feel like there's a lot of wisdom behind his words, but it's like, is that a yes or is that a no? And she kept calling him out on that.
Jordan, who?
Jordan
oh,
Peterson?
that fucking
Like the evolutionary psychologist.
yeah.
he never gives you a straight answer, but he gives you something.
He gives you a lot.
He gives you. It doesn't answer the question, but
Yeah,
there's
ne-
information there somewhere.
Yeah, that's the truth. Like you'll never get a yes or a no. Won't get your question won't be answered, but you'll have more questions.
Yeah.
It's kind of like watching Lost.
Never watched the Lost
I
Vehicle.
watched the first couple seasons. Good show. Heard it ended bad.
Yep, it's true. It goes downhill after season 3.
Oh, it's when I stopped watching. It was-
Four's okay, and
4's
it,
okay.
it gets really rough after 4 though.
That's a real shame.
I was gonna criticize you right there for not finishing it out, but then I realized I've never finished a lot of shows.
Yeah, it
Walking
happened.
Dead, never finished.
I never
it.
finished it either.
The problem with Lost, I think it takes you on too many directions. So you know, like it shows. It's kind of it shows you like the characters, and then it shows you how they got to the island, and then because it shows you like their past, and then like as you get further, it shows you what their future is going to be like, and then it shows you like kind of like a Mr. Nobody, where like if they took a certain path, what it could have looked like.
Right.
And you're just like, what's fucking real or not? Like I'm fucking lost, literally.
There we go. The show makes perfect
I'm
sense.
fucking. This is crazy. This is insane.
What is going
But I
on?
really did. I did enjoy the interview portion.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love the voyeur.
Me too. I just love the way he talks.
Oh, he's always getting off. Yeah.
He kind of almost does like
Constantly off.
He just gives her like that one-eyed look. Like,
he kind of does like a Doug Bradley Pinhead speech sometimes. He's like, pain is the purest form of pleasure.
yeah. He just likes watching it, and that's
Yeah.
why he loves this.
I love how he made her dress up for the interview. Thought
yeah.
that was a nice touch.
Well, he was doing it for Havoc.
Yeah, she can't come into the interview looking like a
Like a normal girl.
tramp.
If she's heard the like okay, so obviously this guy is a like serial killer, the likes of like a Charlie Manson. Yeah. And she's done that. Like she should see like she has to put on a dress. She should be like, okay, well, like I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like she puts on the dress
because she knows what's going on.
Yeah, she knows.
So it makes no sense for her to keep doing these things. She's very stupid.
Yeah.
And she's dead, so it doesn't matter.
She's super fucking dead.
She's super dead. So let's talk about Robert Bronzi now looking for his daughter. He's going to find like 6 to 17 women crucified on crosses. He just keeps flashing a photo. Have you seen this girl? She's like, how will you help me? He's like, have you seen this girl?
Have you seen this girl?
This is my daughter.
Get me down from this cross that I'm hung on.
Doesn't the one girl just like die like while he's talking?
I think so.
Like she's wearing like a bunny mask.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He does say one line that I thought was like pretty sweet. He talks about how he would not only die for her but kill the whole world for her,
which is crazy because he hasn't seen her in like 18 years or something like that.
Since she was 8 years old.
He's like, I don't even think she'd recognize me.
She recognizes him immediately.
And she's so happy. She's like, Dad?
She's like, I knew you'd come for me.
I haven't seen you in 12 years.
I've been telling all the other topless girls that you'd come for me.
Dude, she does say that. So were they just like talking? Like,
what else are you going to do when you're hung and topless?
8 years old, like what could you even know if your dad's like a phenomenal detective?
I don't know.
With an extremely good precision on his pistol. Like
incredible. He maxed out that stat real quick.
Like that gun has excellent stabilizers. Like the accuracy is very pinpoint.
Unlimited pockets of bullets.
True.
Just so great. So this is the part of the movie where it's now just shooting back and forth. Havoc showing up and just murdering all the guys who had no job security. Because
job must pay extremely well and have great benefits.
It has to, because why else are you applying to get murdered by Havoc? I feel like it has to be disclosed to them how many people have been murdered here, right? Like, you don't just take this job and like...
Maybe he found those dudes in prison too.
Maybe this is a prison.
They're just killers.
Maybe this is what maximum conviction looks like.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Is that next week?
Yeah.
Don't you want to see like
They're so good.
What it looks like if he comes into contact with like the voyeur comes into contact with Metalface? How that interaction goes.
That's a big missed opportunity.
I actually love. That's why they do need to make another one. That needs to happen. But I love that scene though, where they're doing the interview. It's like, why do you think I sleep with a pistol under my pillow? He kills everything.
Yeah.
So like even he's scared of the asset.
That's a good ass scene. The interview scene. I liked it.
Yeah, that's why I was like really hyped for this, and then it just does go progressively stale.
Yeah.
So and then you get a nice little puts the pistol down. He puts his jank ass saw down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little fist fight.
We get those all the time with Metalface. One other thing I thought was funny though in the interview is when the interview ends and he just types in this code and just gas shoots out of nowhere. Like, was she sitting next to pipes that she just didn't notice?
Just like right
because it was like
towards
perfectly
her left
in her face.
Yeah.
Like there, like I just imagine like there's a pipe like this, just like.
Well, we pointed out that she's not the brightest.
So put your mouth on that pipe and suck in that hot gas.
Suck all the gas in.
He went full beard for this one. He's usually rocking a goatee though.
He looks good in a full beard.
I think he did it, even some maybe clean shaven. Like he was pretty cleaned up in the other ones.
Yeah. So this is going to all lead to the final confrontation between Robert Bronzi and Metalface, and they are punching each other and swinging the usual. And in typical playing with dolls fashion, Robert Bronzi tackles Havoc over not even a cliff, a little hill.
Mm-hmm.
Metalface walks up the hill without Robert Bronzi, and the movie ends, right?
Stops.
There's nothing,
yep,
like I'm not missing anything. Just stops again. Hard cut.
Yep.
What happened? Is he alive?
I think
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Is that the ending of every one? I feel like it is.
I know the end of the second one is the guy and Havoc are fighting while the blonde girl watches, and it literally stops mid-fight. The end of the first one is the guy is driving away with the girl, and the movie stops.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how the third one ended, but I'm assuming the movie also just stopped. Like, they're very abrupt endings.
In the third one, don't both girls get away?
Yeah. Oh, so
and
maybe,
then it stops.
yes.
Yeah.
That's Cry Havoc.
You don't feel like you gotta finish it though, man.
So-
Come up with an ending.
They do need a fifth one.
The fifth one's gonna have like the greatest ending of all time. It's gonna be
Maybe
it's gonna
that's
be
what
an
it's
hour
going-
and a half of ending.
Like, I just need to know what happens to Havoc and the voyeur. I also need more of the voyeur.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the best part of these movies.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not Havoc.
He absolutely is the best part of these movies. But Havoc is a really good killer.
He is,
like
and
in his,
I love his getup.
in his own right. Like he's a really cool killer. If this had like a higher budget and
You could do something
more
with this.
theatrics, I think he could be like a solid like slasher.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty cool.
He is.
Not gonna lie, his design is very cool. I know you always say it. It's
Like the
true.
mask.
If you
a
give
lot.
Havoc and the voyeur to like a budget, you could probably do a lot with this.
Yeah.
Get Nick Cage in there as a detective investigating everything.
Yeah, get like a bunch of Sean Beans to play the
Good one.
anybody that shoots
Yeah,
outward
yep,
from the
yep,
compound.
I like that. Like every guard is Sean Bean.
In every role he's ever been in.
I love it.
All right, let's precision shoot our ratings.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm recommending it.
We all are.
2 in a row. We're unanimous 2 in a row.
It's good. I feel close to you guys.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice.
We're,
This doesn't
we're
happen
on a good
often.
pace. We're on a good pace.
Yes, we are. Hopefully, we continue that pace next week.
We've actually been unanimous for 3 times in a row. Because didn't you thumbs down Sky Sharks?
I think I did.
I
So
think you were a last minute thumb
thumbs
down.
down, yeah.
Oh yeah, we
So
talked.
we've
you
been
into
actually.
it.
So they said no to that one. I mean, we said to the last unanimous yeses to the last 2, but we've been actually on the same page
Yeah,
for
look at
3
us.
episodes in a row.
Look at us.
We're like 3 really close friends.
We're the 3 best friends that
Anyone could have. Sky Shark sucked. Why would you ever, in the first place, thumbs that
I
up?
was thumbs upping the 2 plane scenes. I thought the plane scenes were badass. That was my justification.
I'm pretty sure
for-
they ghost ship the plane at one point in that movie. Like I think they take the piano wire and
Yeah,
literally
they do.
trip
And
the plane.
I think that's the second plane scene.
But like everything else,
Sucks.
this weird futuristic, like
We're talking more about Sky Sharks in this now than we did in the entire Sky Sharks
That's
episode.
true. It's actually true.
deserved.
Well, next week we're going back to the Seagal well, but this time we're adding Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What a mix. What a great mix.
And
Think we're ever gonna bleed that well dry?
I don't think it's possible to bleed it dry.
Got too much.
He's got way too much
he
material.
has like 60-something movies
That's
he's
so
been in
exciting.
Seagal, so
and I feel like everything after 2000 is usable.
yeah. Like, we haven't even touched Cartels. There's Submerged. There's Kill Switch. There's plenty. Don't worry. I could probably go on and on. We got plenty of Seagal.
100%. Because there's like a million that we don't even know of.
Yeah. So, with that said, next week, Seagal, our favorite. I cannot wait.
Everyone's favorite.
And as always, please tune in every Monday to our other show, The Main Attraction, the final podcast, and every Friday to our show here, Final Friday, starring Gabe.
Top Gun.
Who's our cannibal. We will see you next week.